Alright, what's up? Day 36. Woo. It's about 4:50 in the afternoon. I had to work this morning. And then I took a little nap and then ran some errands for work. But we're going to go in a little bit early tonight to the gym so that I can get a good stretch and warm up in. I think I'm going to today I'm going to prioritize getting a good warm up because I feel like it's just going to help keep me from getting those little injuries as much. Just going full tilt from round one just feels like it's a little bit too much for my body. So we're going to go in early tonight and see how I feel after getting a good warm-up. And you know, I'm kind of over this whole mic situation. So I'm probably about to figure that out. That's it's such an I want this to be like a quick set up and go situation. So I throw this in my car, I turn on the mic and I start talking, you know. But it's starting to become cumbersome. It's been cumbersome, but I think just now I'm starting to get really over the whole I got this mic and recorder for this. I started doing a podcast a long time ago, so I got a couple mics and this recorder so that I could have really good audio for my podcast. And when I decided to start doing these videos every day, I was like, oh, I'll just use my mic so I have better sound quality. Otherwise, I just feel like the sound quality wouldn't be great, especially when there's a lot of background noise. It's just hard to hear. But it's getting to that turning point where either I'm going to stop using this mic. Either way, I'm stopping the mic, but I'm going to probably invest in the lavalier mics, just so I can have it quick and go and just pin it somewhere and then not have to worry about holding something in my hand. And then that'll open up more opportunities for more creative uses of audio. Imagine if I could figure out a way to protect the mic and use it while I'm rolling, so I could talk while I'm rolling. More opportunities could open up from that. So that was the first thing on my mind. Was it gets I've said this before, but I'm trying to make a video every day, and in order for me to do that, because I know myself, it can't become more inconvenient than I'm willing to deal with. I want it to be, I don't want to spend hours editing these videos, because the thing is I'll go way too far into it and do way too much editing or way too much filming if I allow myself. So I'm trying to keep them as simple as possible. And it's just I think I'm about to run to the gas station and grab a Red Bull also, so let's do that. Because I woke up from a nap and I haven't really woken all the way up yet, and I think I've got more stuff that I want to get done tonight. So I think a Red Bull now before practice will give me energy to keep going after practice. So we're gonna go there. We are 10 days out from the ADCC Open, which means we are on the precipice of an intense practice tonight. I have a goal for myself of upping the intensity with whoever I'm with. I don't know what we're gonna do in practice tonight, but regardless, I'm gonna put forth a lot of effort and keep building my gas tank. I almost passed out earlier at work. I think that I've been cutting a little too much, and then you mix that with caffeine in the morning, and that caffeine will start getting your heart rate up, and combining that with not eating a lot, it really had me lightheaded this morning, and I still feel like I don't have enough calories in me. But I mean, that's kind of how cutting's supposed to feel. So I haven't started water cutting yet. I'm still just doing the diet that I've been doing since I started doing these vlogs. I think I'm 40 days or something into this cut. 36 days into the vlog, but I'll talk to y'all when I get back. You know, there's something about being on the mats. It it harkens back to a simpler time, especially now as I'm speaking, which is not going to be congruent with what you're seeing. It's quiet, there's no one here, and it's just a space. And there's something magical to me about spaces. And what I mean is there's the open opportunity and open potential to make this space do many different things. I've always had, you know how some people, like when they're going through things in life, they'll like go for a drive, or they'll like listen to music or doom scroll or whatever it is that kind of like gives you that escape. Some people it's drugs. For me, I've always seeked out a field. So like a soccer field or baseball fields, football fields, specifically at night when no one's around. And those are like the most calming, peaceful places that I know of. Just for me. And I know it has to connect back to like my childhood, growing up at baseball fields and football fields. My dad always was like, you know, a chairman on the board of like the baseball field. So I would be there from morning till night while he was working, and I'd have to entertain myself. And when everyone went home and the lights were still on, I'd run around the fields by myself. So there's definitely a connection that I get from a field that has a lot of nostalgia for me. And I transfer that into spaces, really, you know, open spaces, an empty warehouse. For me right now, an empty gym, there's a feeling of calm and almost creativity. Like my brain starts acting better. And it makes me think of like how simple it is to find a place. I'm trying to I can feel my mind trying to make the connection between creating, training, and like happiness. It's not really working right now, but other than I'm feeling the potential for movement in the space. And I'm just really appreciative of the opportunity to have a place that I can train, this little dungeon that we call home at Eco Submission Grappling. And I don't know. Does anybody else out there agree? Is there a place or a thing that brings you this nostalgic peace, like an open field does to me? I'd be interested to hear what yours was, or if it's the same thing, that'd be awesome. But with that being said, there's a lot of work to do, and there's always going to be work to do. So go do some work today. Raise your baseline, increase your intensity. Find a reason for putting your heart into what you're doing, you know? Don't let your hobbies just be hobbies. Connor, come tell the people something about Eco.
Did I just go? I would say, for me, like, just focusing on whatever task either Josh has set aside that day, or like whatever tasks that I go into like training with.
And it's, even though it's super hard, especially as like I would say a beginner,
to not focus on, I guess, like winning every round, focus on like accomplishing the task. And then I know, dude, Josh is stupid little grin, bro. And then but yeah, just like focusing on your win for the day. And then like I would say, especially as like I guess technically a white belt, that helps me feel like I've actually won something that day, because a lot of the times I'm just getting smashed. But if I can feel like I at least almost pulled off, like, let's say like pinning Hayden for me would be like a good goal, or like I got to your back. Those are wins that I should take. So I would say that's just like the main thing. I think the approach that we do in here helps with that. So, because instead of like, oh, I did this technique, it was like, okay, well, I actually like almost got this pin, or like, okay, I like controlled his back for 45 seconds, and I wouldn't know how to do that otherwise. I would say that's the main thing.
Get some live rounds.
I'll hit photo and I'll let you know. I'll keep it.